You mentioned the NFL, obviously. Right now, you projected. I mean, I don't even know if this is legit. In my head, he projected
The mock
top 10.
drafts.
If you could script it exactly how you wanted to.
If I could script it, my family's all in Texas.
Okay.
Family being there, all the connections, all the relationships, I feel like that would just be the perfect city to play in.
Jerry Jones, make the call.
Hey, you know what to do,
Jerry
man.
Jones, make the call.
What's good, people? It's your boy, Mr. Rome, Cowboys fan talk, right back. Like I never left. What's up with y'all, man? How y'all feeling? The time has come. The time has come for us to talk about the mission. If you've been following this channel, you already know. I've been saying the mission is the mission. And most people don't know what that means. That means one thing. Is simply to reload this team. The mission is the mission. High draft picks, free agency, reload the coaching staff, add weapons, load the clip, get everything ready. Reload this thing so when Dak Prescott gets back healthy, when we reload this roster, we can ball. And one of the first targets, probably at the top of my list, is available and says he wants to be in Dallas. You do not hesitate. These type of special talents do not come along so often, and the chance to get him being right there in front of you, you cannot hesitate, especially when he says he wants to be there and his family wants him there, et cetera, et cetera. Don't underestimate the fact that when a player wants to be a place, they're going to elevate their game to another level. Remember the last player that wanted to be in Dallas? Micah Parsons, standing on the star in the Cowboy Stadium, looking up, saying that's where he wants to be. And you know what? He manifested it. Well, I'm looking at Ashton Jeanty, and I'm starting to feel like things are just perfect. Now, I know everybody was mad when the Cowboys beat Washington, and it seems like our draft pick feels so low that we can't get Ted McMillan or Travis Hunter or chances at players like that. But sometimes things happen for a perfect situation to fall into place. And Ashton Jeanty, some people said, I don't want Ashton Jeanty at 5 or 4, like we took Zeke or nothing like that. Ashton Jeanty being there somewhere between 8 and 12, which is where I feel like the Cowboys will draft, is perfect. He is the perfect prospect for the Cowboys. Like when I say perfect, I mean like we don't have nothing close to it. And the best way for me to show you it is to just show you a video I've seen, because listen, I ain't gonna lie. I'm on Twitter, in the YouTube clips. I'm just looking up stuff on this boy because he looks different. And I can show you highlights of him running the ball. But let me just show you highlights of him preparing to run. And not to be weird enough, and just look at his physique, his twitchiness. And this is just him warming up. And you'll see that we don't got nothing close to this on the roster. No disrespect to none of our running backs. But he different.
How does the most dominant college football running back of my generation warm up before a game? I pulled up super early to Boise State's rivalry matchup against Nevada because I needed to see the Heisman Trophy hopeful go through his warm-up routine. Ashton Jeanty started things off 2 hours before the game, warming up shirtless in 40-degree weather. He began with some easy footwork, then slowly worked into pass blocking. Jeanty got the cones out where he started to do some more explosive footwork. He then caught some passes before heading into the locker room. It was then time for the team to warm up. Ashton started by catching some punts before heading right into a light session of routes on air. Ashton got to stretching with the rest of the team, a very important part of your warm up, especially when you're averaging 170 rushing yards per game. Throughout the entire warm up, Jeanty remained calm and relaxed, all the way up until kickoff, of course, where he got the entire crowd on their feet and ready to.
Y'all see that? Y'all see this? He's just, the boy is a specimen. I'm not trying to be weird. And y'all see what a great running back can do. Now, I'm not saying he's before some Eagles fan comes in here, because I know y'all. And he not Saquon Barkley. Ain't nobody saying he's Saquon Barkley. What I am saying is he has the type of talent to help the Cowboys roster. I'm not saying he's Christian McCaffrey. I'm not comparing him to nobody. I will make this comparison, though. When you look at his stats, one of the last running backs, just a comparison. Ashton Jeanty, 2024, Derrick Henry's 2015 Heisman year. right? Heisman year. 11 games played for Jeanty, 13 games played for Derrick Henry. 275 carries for Jeanty, 339 carries for Derrick Henry. Jeanty has 2,062 yards. Henry had 1,986. Jeanty has 27 touchdowns. Henry had 23. Jeanty's averaging 7.5 yards a carry, and Henry was averaging 5.9. Jeanty's averaging 187 yards per game, 0.5 yards per game, and Henry averaged 152. Incredible seasons by both. But like when I say that Jeanty's special, running backs in college football history with 2,000 yards and 25 rushing touchdowns in 11 games. Barry Sanders, Ricky Williams, Ashton Jeanty. Finito. His 2,062 rushing yards through 11 games are the most in college football since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2000. Y'all can keep thinking that this boy ain't special and ignore it. Like the Cowboys fans, we don't need a running back that high. You cannot get this in the second, third, fourth, fifth. You can't. When you see these type of players, you got to take them. He's averaging 192 through week 12, 192 yards per game, 23 rushes. Like, it's not even fair. It's not even fair. Like the stats, and this actually was a couple weeks ago. This is through week 12. He's first in everything. It's not fair. I don't know what y'all want me to do, but want this kid. Dak Prescott has to go out there and put this team on his back and try to turn, no disrespect, average receivers under CeeDee Lamb into superstars with no running game. When I say no running game, I'm talking about there's not a time where Dak can have a off series or two. I've seen Jalen Hurts struggle. I've seen Patrick Mahomes even struggle, the great Patrick Mahomes. I've seen all kinds of Josh Allen. And you know what? To settle their quarterback down, people run the rock consistently and effectively. But we can't do that. We have no times in the game where we can just lean on Rico for a drive or two, for a series or two. You can't. Rico can run the ball, but you can't lean on Rico. And we haven't been able to do that since Dak's first and second year. Since about 2018, we haven't been able to lean on a running back at all. We could lean on Zeke back then. Zeke still had something. And this ain't no disrespect to Zeke. He just got older. We need to be able to have moments. Look, dare I say, the thing that put John Elway over the top was Terrell Davis. Am I saying that Jeanty's Terrell Davis or Dak is John Elway? No, for the idiots in the back. I'm saying what helped him was bringing in a consistent running game. Now, I'm going to be talking about the offensive line soon before someone comes in here, but you got to build the trenches, build these. I want to get a generational talent. And until Jeanty comes into the league and doesn't show me that he's not that, he's generational to me. You can't be compared to Barry Sanders and not be generational. But let's see. Let's just see if it translates. But when you look at that video I showed you earlier, and you look at his physique, and you look at his twitchiness, and you just look at his stockiness, and before someone says he's too short, he's the same size as Emmitt Smith, except he's more stocky and he's faster. But we're going to see. I know I'm comparing him to a lot of greats, and y'all about to get in your feelings and get emotional like Carl Thomas. I don't care. What I do care about is loading the clip. The mission is the mission. Build this team back right, and we'll be right back like we never left. I'll holler.